Hello everyone, welcome to our class. Before we begin with our lesson, let us ask for His guidance as we go through today's topics. Alright, thank you. Once again, good day. I hope you are all doing well and are all present for today because your participation is very important. Before we move forward, let us quickly review our last topic. Last time, we tackled about different types of fractions, the proper fractions, improper fractions, and the mixed fractions. We said that proper fractions has a numerator smaller than its denominator. The improper fraction has a numerator larger than its denominator, and the mixed fraction is a combination of a whole number and a proper fraction. Let us warm up with some quick mental math. I am going to show you different equations and try to solve them mentally. Number 1. The answer is 2. Number 2. The answer is 8. Number 3. The answer is negative 5. Number 4. The answer is negative 10. And number 5. The answer is negative 6. Did you get them right? Great! You may have noticed we're dealing with positive and negative numbers. Can you guess what our lesson for today is? That is right. We're going to discuss about real numbers system.
At ngayon naman mga bata, bago tayo dumako sa ating discussion proper, pumunta muna tayo sa isa sa pinakamahalagang parte upang masigurong maayos ang ating klase. At yan ay ang pagtalakay natin sa ating lesson objectives para sa araw na ito. Kaya ngayon, nais kong kayo mismo ang bumasa sa ating objectives na nakapusa sa ating script. Umpisahan nyo mula umpisa hanggang dulo. Mahusay! Ngayon, maaari na tayong dumako sa ating discussion.
Real numbers are all the numbers we can find on a number line. These include simple numbers like 1, 2, and 3, as well as fractions and decimals like 1/2 or 0.50. We use these numbers every day when we count objects, measure things, or even check the time. Now, let's look at the real number chart to see how these numbers are grouped.
It starts with natural numbers. What are natural numbers? These are numbers that if you start counting to 1 up to a number, specifically a number or a number that you think for yourself, you have to understand that natural numbers is used for operation, problem solving. But we didn't use 0 as a starting number. We used number 1 as a starting point. If you start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it is considered natural numbers. Next, for the whole numbers, unlike natural numbers, whole numbers, we are going to start with 0 because 0 is counted as a whole number. Some may think that 0 is not a number because 0 is nothing, but 0 is considered as a whole number. So if we start counting 0 to a specific number or a number that you think for yourself, let's say 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it is considered as whole number.
Integers include whole numbers and negative numbers like negative 1, negative 2, and so on.
Rational numbers. Rational numbers are numbers that can be written in the form of P over Q, wherein P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. Examples of rational numbers are 1/2, 5/4, and 12 over 6. Rational numbers include integers, whole numbers, fractions, and decimals. Though in decimals, we have an exemption. You see, we categorize decimals into 3 categories. We have terminating decimals, non-terminating but repeating decimals, and non-terminating and non-repeating decimals. Terminating decimals and non-terminating but repeating decimals are rational numbers, while non-terminating and non-repeating decimals are irrational numbers. So let's now move on to irrational numbers. Irrational numbers, on the other hand, are numbers that are not rational and cannot be written in the form of P over Q. Irrational numbers, just like what I have mentioned earlier, are non-terminating and non-repeating in nature, such as square root of 2. This also includes mathematical constants like pi.
Now let's move on to the operation on integers. We learned a while ago that integers include positive and negative numbers, including 0. Adding integers comes with two ways. We have the addition of like sign integers and the unlike sign integers. When adding the like sign integers, we simply add the values or the numbers and copy the sign. So basically, positive plus positive is always equal to positive, while negative plus negative is always equal to negative. Meanwhile, the unlike sign integers, instead of adding the values, we subtract them and copy the sign of the bigger number. So, positive plus negative can be equivalent to positive or negative depending on which number is higher. So next slide. Okay, so we have here some examples. Let's try to answer them all. Let's go first with the like signs. Okay, so we have here 12 plus 13 equals 25. We simply add the numbers just like what we normally do and copy the sign. The answer is positive 25 because 12 and 13 are both a positive integer. Next, we have here negative 23 plus negative 11 equals negative 34. Just like what we did with the first one, we add 23 and 11, which is 34, and we copy the negative sign because both 11 and 34 are negative integers. Next will be the unlike sign. We have 12 plus negative 2 equals 10. Since they have different signs, we subtract the numbers 12 and 2, which is 10, and we copy the sign of the bigger number, the number 12, which is positive. That's why we got the answer, positive 10. Lastly, we have here negative 12 plus 2 equals negative 10. Okay, so this time, the number 12 is negative. So we copy the sign of the number 12, which is negative. So if we subtract 12 and 2, we will get 10. And copy the sign of 12, which is negative, it will lead us to the answer, negative 12. Next slide. Okay, so now we have here some equations and try to answer it yourselves. We have negative 9 plus 25 equals blank and 16 plus negative 22 equals blank. Kindly answer this exercise and write your answer in the comment section below.
Today, we're going to make subtraction super easy by following 3 simple steps. Step 1, keep the first number exactly the same. Step 2, change the subtraction sign to addition. Step 3, change the sign of the second number to its opposite. Here are the following examples to illustrate the steps better. 12 minus 13. First, keep the 12 the same. Second, change the sign to addition. And third, change the sign of the second number and you'll get the answer. Perform just the same steps on the second example to find the correct answer. Now, it is your turn to answer the following exercises.
Let us now proceed to the multiplication of integers. So we only have 2 rules to remember. Number 1, the product of 2 integers with the like sign is positive. Number 2, the product of 2 integers with the unlike sign is negative. Therefore, when 2 positive integers or 2 negative integers is multiplied, the product is positive. On the other hand, when a positive integer and a negative integer is multiplied, the product would be negative. So now that we are already familiar with the rules to remember, let us now have the examples. So we have here the integers with the like signs and the integers with the unlike signs. For the like signs, we have 12 times 6 equals 24. And 3 times 6 equals 18. On the other hand, we have negative 5 times 5 is equals to negative 25. And negative 6 times 3 is equals to 18. Let us now have our quick mental exercise.
Alright, now let's learn how to divide integers. Are you ready, students? Very good, but first, we must learn the following rules. Can you read the slide, please? Very good. So in dividing integers, we must remember that like signs will have a positive answer and unlike signs will have a negative answer. Now, to fully understand our topic, let us have some examples. First, dividing numbers with like signs. Positive 12 divided by positive 12 is? Please tell me the answer. Very good. The answer is positive 6. Both numbers are positive, therefore the final answer is positive.
Now, let's have another example. Negative 6 divided by negative 6 is? Tell me your answer. Right, the answer is positive 3. Again, both numbers are negative, therefore, our answer is positive. Now, let's move on to dividing numbers with unlike signs. Are you ready? Yes, now let's have the first example. Positive 25 divided by negative 5 is? What's your answer, students? Yes, the answer is negative 5. First number is positive and the second number is negative, therefore the final answer is negative. And for the next example, let us have negative 18 divided by positive 3 is? Very good. The answer is negative 6. Again, different signs means that the final answer is negative. And that's it. In dividing integers, we must remember that same signs results the positive answer and unlike signs results the negative answer. Did you understand, students? Now, to test if you really understood the topic, try answering this slide and comment down your answer below.
Ngayon, dako na tayo sa ating pinakahuling leksyon para sa araw na ito. Mga bata, alam niyo ba na sa math ay hindi tayo basta-basta nag-a-add, nagsasubtract, nag-multiply, or nag-divide? Dahil ito ay may tamang pagkakasunod-sunod sa math problems upang makuha natin ang tamang sagot. At ito ang tinatawag nating order of operations. At sa order of operations, gumagamit tayo ng PEMDAS bilang ating gabay. So ano nga ba ang kahulugan ng PEMDAS? So makikita natin yan sa ating screen na ang PEMDAS ay isang acronym na tumutulong sa atin upang malaman natin kung ano nga ba ang dapat unahin sa isang mathematical operation. Una talian ay ang parenthesis. So isang mathematical operation, kung may makikita tayong equation na nakapaloob sa isang parenthesis, yun ay ang una natin dapat isolve. At after natin ma-solve ang lahat ng mga nasa parenthesis, tingnan na natin kung meron ba tayong number na mayroong exponent. So ano nga ba yung exponent? Ang exponent ay ang number na nasa taas ng isang number. Ibig sabihin, yung makikita natin 2 raised to the power of 3. So after na natin ma-eliminate ang mga nasa parenthesis, lahat ng numerong may exponent, dako naman na tayo sa multiplication and division. Madalas na misconception ng mga estudyante na dahil lang nauna ang multiplication or ang m sa PEMDAS, ay yun na rin ang mauuna sa isang equation. Well, hindi po ganon. So ang mangyayari, kung may makikita tayong multiplication at division sa isang equation, uunahin natin kung ano ang mas nauna sa kanila from left to right. Ibig sabihin, kung mas nauna sa left ang division, yun ang una natin isosolve kaysa sa multiplication na sumunod sa kanya. At after naman natin sa multiplication and division, susunod na dyan ay ang addition at subtraction. At kagaya lang din yun ng rule natin sa multiplication at division. Ang mauuna sa kanilang isosolve ay ang nauna from left to right. Ibig sabihin, kung mas nauna si subtraction na nasa left at sumunod sa kanya si addition, ibig sabihin, uunahin natin eliminate or isolve yung subtraction kaysa sa addition. So mga bata, ganun nag-work ang rule ng PEMDAS. So itry natin ang example 1. So makikita natin na meron tayong equation na nasa loob ng parenthesis, which is 3 plus 5. So una natin yung isolve. And after nyan, check na natin kung ano pa ang operation ang nandoon. At nakita natin ang multiplication at division. Ano nga ulit ang rule natin doon? Titignan natin kung ano ang mas una from left to right. Which is, ang case natin nito ay mas una sa multiplication. So yung nakuha natin sa pag-plus ng nasa parenthesis natin, ay i-times natin sa 5. And after that, meron na tayong sugot ng 40 at i-divide na natin siya sa pinakahuling number, which is 4. And yun, nakuha natin ang sugot ni Tia.
Okay, students, before we end our presentation, we prepared some activities and practice sets to test your knowledge and understanding about the new lesson we have learned. We encourage you to answer these questions verbally or in writing on a sheet of paper to serve as your practice. The answer key is provided with a link that is posted in the description box under this video. You can now pause the video and start answering. Good job, students! This is the end of our presentation about real numbers and we hope that you learned a lot in this video. Thank you for watching!